So last week we were painting caterpillars. This week we are studying and painting butterflies. If you find these videos helpful, please subscribe so we can keep making more. Once you have your basic sketch, you can use about any colors to paint your butterfly. But basically we have start with the head, thorax, and abdomen. Then I use my fingers to space dots to the upper right and upper left that are about the same length as the butterfly's body. And then I want to make a horizontal line at the bottom of the thorax that will be the bottom point for the wings. Now we make curved lines connecting the bottom of the wings to the butterfly's thorax. Use these points in the bottom of the butterfly to set our proportions for the lower wings. We've been seeing a lot of swallowtail butterflies in our yard this summer, so I'm just going to add a couple squiggly lines at the bottom just to show that they're swallowtail, but if you want a different kind of butterfly, that's fine too. We'll add some markings on the butterfly, starting with teardrop shapes on the top and lower wings. Then we're going to make an outline of the wings, but we're going to use a scalloped edge. I like sketching out the patterns and designs with chalk for watercolor paper because it'll wash away as you're painting, but it won't damage the texture of your watercolor paper. So now we're connecting the scalloped edge with the teardrop shape to get the pattern for the wings. And we'll do this on the lower wings as well. Now that we have our basic butterfly shape, we can pick out what colors we want to use. Butterflies are very symmetrical, so it's nice to try to get your sketch as symmetrical as possible. I kind of take an artistic license and like to mix up the colors and not have them exactly symmetrical on each side, just for fun, but that's just a matter of preference. Now I'm going around the edge and the veining with the dark paint, so these areas will really start to stand out now. While this area is drying, I'm going to go in and start working the background. I'm going to do a wet on wet technique for the background. So I'm just going to wet the background first and then start dropping in different colors of paint. Since I've used cool colors like blue and green around the edges of the butterfly, I'm going to use some warm colors like reds and yellows on the background so that the warm colors really contrast with the cool colors. Now I'm going to start adding some of the warm colors to the butterfly's wings. I probably could have waited longer for the paint layers to dry. You can see how they kind of bleed together. I'm going to show a different technique of making a butterfly in our next video.